Namaste, I am Ferdinand de Saussure. Imagine we are sitting together at a roadside tea stall in Mumbai or Delhi. To understand how language works, we don't need heavy books, we just need to look at the world around us. Let me tell you a story about a young man named Rahul to explain my three big ideas. 1. The sign, the L board. Rahul is learning to drive. He sees a red letter, L, pasted on the back of a car. The signifier, this is the physical object, the red ink and the shape of the letter, L. The signified, this is the concept in Rahul's mind. Caution, a beginner is driving. Together, these two make a sign, but remember, this is arbitrary. There is no magic reason why the letter L means learner. In another world, we could have used a B for beginner. We only understand it because everyone in India agreed on this rule. 2. Lang and Parole, the game of cricket. Rahul loves cricket. Think of language like this sport. Lang, the rules. This is the rulebook of the ICC. It says an over has 6 balls and a boundary is 4 runs. No single player can change these rules. To play cricket, you must know the Lang. Parole, the performance. This is Virat Kohli hitting a specific cover drive on a Sunday afternoon. It is an individual action. In literature, a murder mystery has rules. There must be a victim, a detective, and a secret. Those rules are the Lang. The specific book written by an Indian author is the Parole. 3. Syntagmatic and paradigmatic, ordering biryani. Rahul goes to a restaurant to order dinner. This is how he builds a sentence. The paradigmatic axis, the menu. Rahul looks at the main course section. He can choose veg biryani, chicken biryani, or paneer tikka. He can only pick one for that slot. This is a choice based on substitution. The syntagmatic axis, the plate. Once he chooses biryani, he combines it with raita and a salan. They go together in a specific order on his plate to make a complete meal. If he puts the raita inside the teacup instead of on the plate, the meal, the sentence, doesn't make sense anymore. Meaning comes from how we combine signs in a row. Why this helps you in literature. When you read a Bollywood script or a poem by Sarojini Naidu, don't just look at the words. Look for the rules of the game. Ask yourself. 1. What are the signs being used? 2. What is the Lang, the tradition or genre, the author is following? 3. Why did the author choose one word over another, paradigmatic, and arrange them in that specific order, syntagmatic? Everything in our culture, from the way we dress for a wedding to the way we write a song, is a system of signs. Excellent, let us step into the world of Bollywood, which is a perfect system of signs that every Indian student understands intuitively. Imagine we are watching a classic hero entry scene. In my theory, this isn't just a random sequence of shots, it is a carefully constructed structure. 1. The sign, the hero's scarf. When the camera zooms in on a colorful scarf, like the ones worn by Salman Khan or Tiger Shroff, we aren't just looking at a piece of cloth. The signifier, the physical object, the fabric, the color, and the way it flows in the wind. The signified, the mental concept. This man is cool, he is the savior, and he is about to do something heroic. Together, the cloth and the idea of coolness create a sign. It is arbitrary because a scarf doesn't naturally mean bravery, but in the language of Bollywood, we have all agreed that it does. 2. Lang and Parole, the masala movie. Think of the entire genre of Bollywood masala films as a big system. Lang, the system. These are the rules of the masala film. There must be an entry song, a mother who loves her son, a villain who is very rich, and a final fight. This system exists in the minds of the Indian audience before the movie even starts. Parole, the specific film. This is a specific movie, like Jawan or RRR. The director uses the rules of the masala system, but adds their own unique style. As a student of literature, you don't just study the movie, Parole, you study the rules of the genre, Lang, that make the movie possible. 3. Syntagmatic and paradigmatic, the hero's outfit. Imagine the costume designer for a new movie. They are working with 2 axes. The paradigmatic axis, the choice. The designer looks at a wardrobe, a vertical list of choices. For the top slot, they can choose a leather jacket, a kurta, or a police uniform. By choosing the police uniform, they are saying this hero follows the law. The syntagmatic axis, the combination. Once the uniform is chosen, it must be combined in a horizontal chain. Uniform plus aviator sunglasses plus heavy boots. If the hero wears the police uniform but combines it with bathroom slippers, syntagmatic error, the meaning of the hero becomes a comedy instead of an action film. Meaning depends on how these signs are ordered. Your takeaway. Structuralism tells us that nothing has meaning in isolation. A hero is only a hero because he is not the villain, a paradigmatic difference, and because he appears at the start of the film to save the day, a syntagmatic position. Perfect. Let us look at a wedding scene in an Indian novel, like The God of Small Things or A Story by Premchand. In India, a wedding is not just a party. It is a massive system of signs that tells us everything about a family's status, religion, and emotions. Here is how my 3 concepts explain the structure of a wedding. 1. The sign, the Mangal Sutra, or Sindhur. When a character in a story sees another character wearing Sindhur, vermilion, a sign is created instantly. The signifier, the physical red powder on the forehead. The signified, the concept of being married and social protection. The sign, the powder plus the idea, equals the married woman. In a story, if a character wipes away the Sindhur, the author is using a signifier to tell you the signified, widowhood or rebellion, without using a single extra word. 2. Lang and parole, the big fat Indian wedding. Every Indian wedding follows a master plan or a system. Lang, the system, these are the ancient traditions. There must be a haldi, a mehendi, a sangeet, and the fear. This is the grammar of an Indian wedding. Every guest knows what comes next. Parole, the novel's scene. This is how a specific author writes the scene. Maybe in a Dalit novel, the wedding is quiet and fearful. In a Punjabi novel, it is loud and expensive. The system Lang is the same, but the individual performance, parole, changes based on the story's message. 3. Syntagmatic and paradigmatic, the wedding feast. Imagine the author is describing the dinner table at the wedding. This is a sentence made of food. The paradigmatic axis, the choice. The family must choose the main dish. They can serve dal tadka, simple poor, paneer butter masala middle class, or lobster ultra rich. By substituting one for the other, the author tells the reader how much money the family has. The syntagmatic axis, the order. The food must come in a chain. You cannot serve the gulab jamun as a starter and the soup at the very end. If the author breaks this order, they are signaling to the reader that something is wrong or chaotic in the family. The big secret for your exams. When you analyze a text using structuralism, stop asking, what does the author feel? Instead, ask, what are the rules of the system the author is using? Is it the system of caste? The system of romance? The system of heroism? Meaning is found in the structure, not in the heart of the writer.